All right, hi everyone. It's Matt Kramer, digital editor with allthingsinsights.com, and we're here on the first day of TMRE 2025, the market research event. We have the pleasure of being with Paul Donagher, um, head of client growth, Radius Insights.
Yep.
Thanks so much, Paul, for coming on, just talking to us today a little bit about the insights world.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks for having me. No,
Thank
polite to
you.
have a chat.
Thank you. Um, well, you're one of the sponsors. You guys are sponsoring a session
Yep.
on insights to impact, as they say, and the activation of strategies, activating strategies is so important in the business.
Absolutely.
Um, I mean, how do you see that changing in this future of insights, this next era of insights, as the show has discussed?
That's a great question. Look, what our clients come to us for is really to help them make decisions and make decisions that will be impactful for their brand. So brand growth is absolutely crucial to what we do at Radius, and activation has always been a crucial part of that. But in this kind of fast-moving pace, that in this evolutionary world, or revolutionary world of insights at the moment, is more important than ever. Because clients are trying to keep pace with what they're hearing from their stakeholders and what they understand from consumers and consumer needs. And given that, we have to move very quick when it comes to activation.
And speaking of that last mile, a little bit of the activation and the ROI. I mean, that's always been a little bit of a fuzzy area maybe for insights, or at least some
Yep.
insights professionals. I mean, what is that accelerating now as well, just with the use of AI and the speed of business?
Look, time to insights is very important, and the speed of business at the moment is crucial that we get the insights to our clients as soon as we can. And activation is a crucial part of that. So moving from insights to action planning, but then moving from action planning to decision making. And the faster we can get our clients to decision making, the better. Now, the ROI of that has always been crucial to a company like Radius, because that's when clients come back to us and say, we noticed the ROI from this project. We noticed the ROI from this product launch or whatever it might have been. We trust Radius with that. We know that they can get it done in the time that we need them to. Therefore, we're going to go back and work with Radius. And look, ROI in research is something that's just very difficult, can be very difficult to ascertain. I was talking to someone earlier, and they said it can be as much PR as MR. So when something goes really well, and it could be 6 months down the line, 18 months down the line, or whatever the product cycle might be, go back and remind all of your stakeholders, remember that research that we did for only $100,000? Look at how that's paid off for us. And they have to be the PR part of that whole journey.
And that whole journey, is data storytelling part of that journey? I mean, that's advancing now in this era of AI, and
Yep.
I mean, that's always been important for the market research professional to do, the storytelling aspect. Do you see that changing and transforming?
It's changed dramatically this year, and I see it changing dramatically going forward. Look, we've always said in Radius that you've never cracked the code when it comes to storytelling. There's always ways to get better with visualization, with the words that you use and the headlines and how they tell the story. And that for us has been a very important part of our business. It feels like we're at a really transitional point though within research, because what our clients and key stakeholders want and the C-suite really want are the pieces of data that help them make decisions and even tell them the decisions to make. Now, down the chain, if you like, or some of our direct clients, they still need to know the story behind the data, and they need to know the story that gets them there. But more and more of our clients, and this is really some tension within the industry just now, I think, between telling a great story, which we still have to do, and telling our clients what the decisions they should make very quickly. You can't do both necessarily, or some clients don't want both. Some of the C-suite don't necessarily need to know the story behind the decision. We trust you guys. We trust that you got there in the right way. Tell us what the decisions are, and we know the story behind it. If we ever want to find that out, is there. But in the meantime, get straight to the decision. So we're almost at a place of real tension in the industry between those great stories that we are known for as an industry, and I hope Radius is known for as a company, and then getting those sort of decisions to our clients very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, this speed of business, as we were saying, is part of it with the storytelling, but to have that story if needed, behind
Absolutely.
the insights. Tell us just a little bit about Radius Insights. I mean, speaking of like AI and the human intelligence, as people are talking about today, needing to be part of the mix.
Right.
I know Radius has expanded a bit
Yep,
lately.
we have.
Just tell us a little bit about Radius.
So Radius is we're based in North America, and we've been around since 1960 actually under various different names. And recently, Radius has grown pretty considerably. We've grown in the UK market. We merged with a company called Strive that are now Radius EMEA. And recently in North America, we've brought on a couple of different arms that are going to be really focused on what will become Radius Tech and Radius Auto as we expand our industry coverage and our industry expertise. And so we're really excited to bring on the team from Illuminaz that will become Radius Tech, and the team from Seventh Sense who will become Radius Auto. And we've just brought in some great people, some great technology, some great thinkers. And so the brand, the Radius brand, is as strong as I can remember it and poised to grow.
And what are your thoughts on just a final question about this next era of insights with AI plus HI, as the formula is supposed to be,
Right.
or people are thinking it might be? I mean, how do you see that playing out?
I think what we have figured out so far for AI is what can it do faster and what can it do to take out some of the grunt work for the humans. What we haven't figured out necessarily is how can it revolutionize what we do in terms of insights. So it can go faster, it can take out a lot of the heavy lifting for us that humans could do. How can it go that step further and become that tool that will then allow us to elevate insights so that it really becomes that always-on decision-making tool, and it becomes something that our clients can rely on and really get as quote-unquote, and everybody says this, that seat at the table, which is what insights really demands and should have. But can AI be the tool that does all those things, but then lets us think about insights in a revolutionary manner? And I think that's where I feel we are right now as an industry, and it's an exciting time. You can look at it and be worried about it, or you can look at it and be, that is incredibly exciting for our industry. We're the place where we want to be.
Well, excellent, Paul. Thanks so much for coming on, talking to us about insights today. Have a great rest of the show. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.